good morning, all over the world. I hope I find you well. The weather is crazy out here in Johannesburg, very, very cold, drizzling, and yeah, it's very, very cold. But what is not cold was yesterday, right? Yesterday's matches. I think let's start, right? Let's start with the big game, the game of the week, right? Manchester United versus Liverpool, right? Is Liverpool done? That's the question, right? Is the Can we give the league to Arsenal already? Because what I saw yesterday, right? What I saw yesterday was actually crazy because I could see a team that is tired, right? They are just playing like Chelsea these days, right? They are not consistent. Their players are not. They are not giving 100%. There is no cohesion within the players, and I just need to speak about three players, right? The first player that I wanted to talk about is Isak. What is happening to Isak, right? um People were saying that no, the first two games, first three games, fourth game, he did not train, he didn't do preseason very well, and all those kind of things. But this is the eighth league game, right? And the problem with this now is that it seems as if something just happened to him. He is no longer the Isak that we know from last year, right? Last year, 2 years back, 3 years back, right? Isak is prolific, right? Whatever, every, um, whenever he shoot towards goal, it will be a goal. And something is just happening, right? I don't know whether it's the style of play. He needs to adjust to the style of play, which is now different. I wonder, right? The second player is Vitz. So remember this guy, Liverpool actually paid 130 million euros, if I'm not mistaken, right, for him, right? Plays as a number 10. And this is the problem, right? He is also not playing well. And yesterday was actually, I think he came for only what is it, 15 minutes to go. And that is how sad it is because even if he was trying to do his best, but his best was not good enough. Wits is actually letting Liverpool down, the Liverpool team down, the Liverpool supporters down, and the world down because now he's the most expensive player and you could expect a lot from him. Yes, there could be an argument of saying that what happened to Caicedo, what happened to Enzo, right? Because these guys, I think Enzo was 106 million and Caicedo was 100 million, something like that, right? At that point, they were the most expensive players in the league. The first year they struggled. We understand that they also struggled. So it could be the same. Actually, the difference between Caicedo should have done better because he was in the same league. He didn't change leagues. He was still playing in the Premiership. But players like Enzo and Vitz, probably because they were coming from different leagues, and the language, the food, the environment, and all those kind of things affected them, right? But it's sad to see one of the most expensive players play like that because look, you should expect to just come in and you know you want to see the resurrection of your Messis, your Ronaldos, your all those kind of players. But unfortunately, Fitz is not doing well. Then this player has just dropped his performance. I think it's his age now. I think Mo Salah. Mo Salah is one of those players that has been consistent. I think for the last 5 years, right? Since he joined Liverpool, he's been breaking records in and out, and he's been doing well. He's been one of those top strikers in the world, right? He could play both wings, left, right, and even a number 9 or number 10, depending on how the system works. So that guy, he's been doing so well, and I don't know what has been happening because this season is poor. Has been so poor this season that you know at some certain time, whenever he's got the ball in the 18 area or somewhere there, you could think that this is going to be a goal, but now he's just so. This is what I want to say, right? I think this is what I think. I think Mo Salah should get a rest. It's either he comes in as a substitute or at least give him 2 weeks. Just you know, just don't play him for now. Just let him relax and play maybe 20 minutes or 10 minutes and all those kind of things. Let him recover, and so that the hunger to play can actually what come back. I also think that I think Liverpool, like Manchester United, they should have sold him, right? I think when these Saudis were coming in last year and the previous season, they should have sold him because you know what? These players, the minute they get to 29, 30, 31, you cannot get anything better than they have given you previously, right? So by the time they get to 30, 29, 30, 31, I think it's time to let them go. Get as much as you can. That 100 million could actually be, they could have bought two very, very good players from Salah's money. So just the same as Bruno, if they'd let Bruno leave this last season when Saudi were coming through, they could have got 110 million pounds. They could have gone and buy better players. But unfortunately, they wanted to hold on to them. Now, Bruno, his standard is actually gone down. And if they are going to get 50 million after this from Saudi, it's actually going to be a shocker. Right. So that's how it is. I think the on the Manchester United side, Manchester, I think there wasn't anything much. I think the first goal they scored, for me, it was supposed to be a free kick. They should have not let that go because McAllister had an head injury, right? And this is the funny thing. The referee is saying that he didn't see that. What is that? That was a head injury, and everybody saw that, right? They should have stopped play, but he continued. They played, right? There was also a penalty, right? That guy, he handled in the box, right? And nothing was given, right? But bottom line is that Manchester United is just for me, it's just an average team, right? There are only very few players that you can actually pick in the top sides. Like for instance, Brian Boom is doing very well. Kuna is also doing. I think he was key to this win because he was running uh, throughout throughout the game. So that's it. I think that's what I saw. I think it's one of those games that Manchester United is going to celebrate for the next probably 4 or 5 weeks because they've done so well. I think you could see how they celebrate after that game. They celebrated as if that they won the league and all those kind of things. So well done to Manchester United, and unfortunately, Liverpool needs to do something. Otherwise, that's they are going to have issues, right? Then the other thing that I wanted to talk about also this morning is about the, the Moroccan under 20. These boys, right? They won the World Cup, World under 20 World Cup against Argentina. They beat them 2-0, right? This is what I want to say also as an African, right? We should be very proud of the Moroccans. I think they did very well. They played very, very well in that final. But one of the things that also felt like I think it's these boys. I remember when the Ghanaians, remember the Ghanaians, the Nigerians under 20s, when they won the World Cup, that what do you call it? That's Lionel Messi and I remember there was also who was also in that under 20s in the Nigerian team. I think Obi Mikel and all those guys. I hope these Moroccan under 20s will go and be stars like the under 20 of that yesteryear. They should go and be stars and do very, very well and make Africa proud because now Africa has done everything. They've won the under 20s and all those kind of things. Now, what Africa needs to do is to go and win the World Cup. And you can only win the World Cup with this kind of performance, these kind of young stars coming through, right? So we just wish them well. I hope that the world will notice them and then they'll go and play for big, big, big clubs all over the world. So Yeah, thank you so much. I think we also need just to break it down for the week. Arsenal won, they win 1-0. City beat Everton 2-0. I think Haaland scored both goals, and then Chelsea won 3-0 also. And yeah, against Nottingham Forest. And of course, the talk of the week, right? Angie was fired, and yeah, after that match, and it was said because my understanding was fired 10 minutes after the final whistle. So it means that while we were still walking to the changing room, someone was actually waiting for him to say, look, you must pack your bags and leave. So that's the unfortunate part of this game, right? You need to win. If you don't win, you will be fired. So on Wednesday, Chelsea is facing Ajax in the Champions League. I think it's going to be actually a big game. And as I said, I think the unfortunate part is that Chelsea lost their first game, right? So they need to continue winning, otherwise there will be issues. However, I also find it there is time to rest some players, because Ajax is not doing well as well. So I think there is a lot of players that needs to be rested. Players like Caicedo's of this world, they need to rest. I think all these other players that like your Tesson needs to come back and play. And yeah, so Shaloba, I think, has got a red card, he's not going to play. So there's going to be a lot of changes that is actually going to happen. So ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful week. I know I'll be meeting you again tomorrow morning if there is a lot of news in the on the internet, but I will come back and give you an update. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.